Wow, the beach. Whenever you go out in the beach, you tend to think about, the people swimming, kids playing in the sand. But me, I think about the trips to Ensenada and the shrimp tacos. I know some people think about lobster, they think about um, fancier foods. Not me. I like shrimp tacos. I happened to come across a recipe one time when I had leftover tempura shrimp. And I just put tortilla, I just looked in the fridge, found stuff, put it together, and I made a delicious shrimp taco. Now, once again, I remember when my family, we used to go to Ensenada and we just.
Enough with the talking, show us the tacos.
Okay, so let's get started. We have the ingredients right here. We have tempura shrimp, tempura batter. We have breadcrumbs. We have cabbage. Jeez. We have tortillas, onion powder, garlic powder. We have pepper. We have of course, we have to have the shrimp, and we have my chipotle sauce recipes here somewhere. Okay, so let's get started. I happened to buy this shrimp, and it was already cleaned up. If you don't get clean shrimp, you gotta not only peel it but take that upper strip of shrimp boo-boo. I don't know what to call it, and you have to clean it up. So this one's already cleaned up, and it's going to take some time. You take the tail part off and everything. Now in a different bowl, you're going to follow the instructions that's on the box. Okay, and for this one I had to modify it because I wasn't going to make a lot of shrimp. For this, I added half a cup of tempura batter, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, and then I started out with a quarter cup of cold water. I said started because it was I had to add more in the end. I also added just a little bit of salt. You don't want to put too much salt in it. You don't want it to come out too salty. You want to be able to taste the shrimp. And a little bit of pepper. And like I said, I started with a quarter cup of water to begin with. I ended up needing more. And you want it to be not too thick because you want to put all your shrimp in there once it's all mixed together. As you can see, that's why I ended up adding more water because it was a little bit too thick for the shrimp. I added a little bit more, and you can add as you go and keep on mixing until you have it the way you want it. This is about the consistency that you want right there. When you're all done, you can just dump the whole thing of shrimp in there. And you just move it around, get all that batter on the shrimp. One thing to keep in mind is that when you do this, that you dry your shrimp. You can grab a napkin and dry them so you don't add to make the batter more watery than it should be. After you cover the shrimp in the batter, you put it in the breadcrumbs. This is going to give her a nicer, crunchier texture once they're done. You just mix them, and then you just set them to the side and bring in the other one, as you can see here. It's a little bit messy, by the way. Once they're all covered in batter and breadcrumbs, you throw them in the oil. I like to do as much as I can put in there at a time without overflowing the oil, Because remember, you have to be safe. Safety first. You want to cook them and you want to watch them that they don't burn. You want them to be a nice brown, but not too dark. As you can see, it doesn't take long. And this is what it looks like. You put them to the side, and I like this little utensil here I have to get them out of my tongs. But I also like this strainer here. This multi-use, but I use it mostly when I have oily foods that I need to drain. After it's all done, you can start cutting your cabbage, and you want to cut it fine in strips. After you're done cutting it, you want to wash it thoroughly. And like I said, I'm not cutting a lot of cabbage because I'm only making a small amount of tacos. The onion, you want to do the same. You want to cut it fine in strips. Just be careful. Like I said, safety first. You can also dip this in some lemon juice if you want. Now I'm going to warm up my tortillas. These are tortillas that are made with blue corn. That's why they look purple. They're made out of blue corn. Now some of you might say, well, the people in Ensenada, they don't, that's not how they do the batter for their shrimp. And yeah, I agree. You can go to YouTube and find many recipes for batter for shrimp tacos. I just happened to find this by accident, as I was telling you earlier before I was rudely interrupted. I just had leftover shrimp and I did it that way. But there are many good recipes out there for shrimp taco batter. And now my hands are dead. I always tell my family this. My hands are dead and I can tolerate the heat. But the reason why I'm using my spatula there is because sometimes it gets stuck. But once they're free, I can just do it with my hand. And here's how I prepare my taco. I put just regular chipotle first because I like mine extra spicy. You can skip this step if you don't like it extra spicy. And then I add my chipotle sauce on top of that. And then I put my shrimp. I like to put 2 shrimp. You can have enough with 1, but I like 2. I add the cabbage. I add the onion. And then I add more creamy chipotle sauce. And don't forget, very important, you need some lemon juice on that too. And I hope you enjoyed my recipe. Please like and subscribe, and here's some more of my B-roll from the beach now that I showed you the shrimp tacos. Like and subscribe, and please share. Thank you.